Hello, what's up, guys? Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are right now. So, today, guys, I will share some ideas related instrument transmitter. So, what basically instrumentations that we are utilizing because they have a lot of instrument transmitter that we need to use during our activities or requirements from our any oil and gas industry or even in the refinery. So we need to identify what kind of transmitter that we are using. So today I will discuss a little bit ideas about the liquid. So because we have a gas or liquid instrument that we are using. So what are the relevant. So what kind of installations that we need to use? Either the elevations, its requirements for our installations of our transmitter related gas or liquid, okay, or condensate. So today I will share with you guys some ideas for your informations about these kinds of transmitter information, right? So we start. So, for example, guys, this is the skits of our transmitter, this enforced line tubing. So, when you are seeing the actual installations at site, it's very basic. When you see the process line, you can see the bulbs, the pipe, okay, bulbs and pipes, and then you can see some tube, like small tube, like a tubing that is impulse line and either Inconel, whatever 90904L connected to our process line. So which is connected to the bulb. That's what we call process bulb. And then directly there is connections towards to our transmitter. So remember that impulse lines sit up from the bulb itself. So we have difference. We need to identify what kind of transmitter, the differential transmitter, because differential transmitter, we need to see where is the tapping line. So the tapping points of your process line, which is high and low. So in particular hookup drawing and in at site also in the erections area, you can see where is the high point or low point based on the installations. You need to know about these kinds of information. So what is the HP and LP? So HP, that is high pressure point. So low LP, that is low pressure point that you need to check. So okay, so that's for the informations of our differential transmitter installation. So for liquid service in oil and gas, the most commonly used transmitter are differential pressure transmitter, radar level transmitter, and ultrasonic level transmitter. It's suited to specific condition like tank size, pressure, and fluid type. Okay, so that's what I'm saying earlier. That's from the tapping point, you should know, and you will when you see the actual installation, you easily identify which is the high HP and LP, so low pressure. Okay, so types of transmitter for liquid service. What kinds of transmitter that we need to use in the liquid service? So just a sort of example, differential transmit pressure transmitter, okay, and radar level, ultrasonic level, capacitive, okay, magnetostrictive, hydrostatic pressure. So base 4 and key features. This is all the informations that we are identifying during the design states of our uh, equipment. From the You need to see what is the source of the line, either liquid, gas. Okay, so from that point of view, easily identify what is the transmitter type that we are requesting, ordering, or installing. All right. So with the selections, this is the tips of the selections. For the corrosive or hazardous liquids, none can contact radar or ultrasonics that we are utilizing. For high pressure vessels, go with a differential transmitter with remote cells. Do you see that one? Some of you maybe uh, never see these kinds of differential transmitter with remote cell. So maybe some of you also already. So we have the differential transmitter with remote cell. There is like a like a plunge type, like a diaphragm here, the remote cells. Anyway, you can check that one in the Google as well. Okay. For custody transfer and physical metering, choose magnetostrictive or radar for high accuracy. For basic water or utility tanks, hydrostatic or ultrasonic, right? So this is a sort of example. So we have a sample applications, biocide piggy bank lines for the differential transmitter, water injection system, separator vessels, and if you are planning to installation a specific system, chemical dosing skid, wheel head tower. So our project that usually we have a wheel head tower and platforms, any 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 activities in oil and gas industries that you are always work with GOS, so gas separations, wellhead towers, utility, okay, generator platform. All right, so this is the kinds of informations that you can see in the oil and gas industry, where in the offshores activities. All right. So installing a differential pressure transmitter liquid service, for example, we consider 500-meter elevations installation. So for example, this is our transmitter, and then we install in that particular location where the elevation is 500-meter. So technically possible, okay, but you need to consider how important of your transmitter during the testing. So we need to do the calibrations, and then we need to check our testing. Is that accuracy can provide in this particular height, 500-meter elevations? So you need to do considerations and check the installations of the valve process to the piping team and instrument team also during the design stage. They need to discuss each other. Is this okay or not? Or we need to level up instead 1.3-meter elevations of our transmitter. If we consider this, it's a lot of discussions in terms of this hook upping of our tubing and towards to our transmitter. So we have a cable, we have a impulse line tubing. We need to consider all of this scenario during the installations activity. Okay, so considerations of differential transmitter, for example, 500-meter height. So 500-meter, so creates a 550 bar. And for denser liquids, oil chemical pressure increase proportionally. The transmitter must be rated high static pressure, even if the differential is small. So capillary length. Have you seen this guys capillary tubing that we are using in oil and gas industry? So capillary tubing, we have also capillary tubing, which is our transmitter connected to the capillary tubing, not exactly the pipe or the tube. The pipe, you can see the pipe, and capillary tubing. It's also different technology for utilizing of our connections to our transmitter. So long capillary tubes will be remote cells, signal delay, temperature drift. and use flexible capillary with temperature and proper mounting bracket. And then there's another one, zero suppression elevations. The transmitter must be configured for zero suppressions, mounted zero tank elevation. Calibration must account to full static pressure range. So alternative solution for extreme high, considering radar level, okay, transmitter, remote electronic sensor. That is our four considerations and recommendations set up for differential transmitter as well. So for all ideas related, we have a transducers, we have different transmitters that we are involving about the installations. So the final conclusion, it depends on the how the engineering decide their requirements. As a construction point of view, inspection point of view, after engineering approved and based in the design, hook up drawing, PNID, instrument uh, interfacing hook up should be coordinated and studied accordingly. So from feed feasibility study up to the detailed engineering design and towards to our construction erections activities. So this will be proper alignment both from feed, detailed, and construction activities. So there's no issue during pre-commissioning and including our commissioning activities. So this is if we get mistake from the design itself towards to commissioning, we have an issue towards our testing of our devices. Okay, so this is very critical, and we need to if you are the engineering side, you are now engineering do this kind of design. So always check and verify, collaborate, discuss to the contractor, vendor, and read the specifications. Sometimes specifications telling you like this is the maximum and minimum requirements, but we cannot do anything else. How we can improve, how we can do this, we cannot adjust piping also, we cannot adjust instrument, we do this. So we need to collaborate and discuss and to final considerations throughout the project. All right, so this is all the information, guys, about differential transmitter installations, how you install, how the discussions from feed detailed up to the implementation. Okay, see you guys, and God bless all.